Hey, how you doing, Scorpio? So, welcome back. This is going to be another reading. Do check out all the star signs in your birth chart, and let's get on with this. So, what's going on for Scorpios? No one's saying anything to you other than me. It does say someone wants to speak to you and challenging evil information in the mindset of yours. Doesn't say why they feel like you're burdened, but they know that you are because of the things that they've been setting traps for. It says they know they've been setting traps and dealing with you. So suddenly you'll see that you have good news, worrying about your mind and moving on. It does say that you believe you could move on anyway. If someone could tell you straightforward that you can't get support from everything that you're trying to achieve through a negative karmic value system of theirs. It does say you've been bringing yourself down enough. And I told myself that as I speak about it with you. And it doesn't say anything other than this in the mindset of the man that's trying to communicate this to you, or female, or females, or males that have been trying to dignify that they need to speak to you about something that they are borrowing time for and trying to challenge you and build bridges to challenge you and bring you down and support you to challenge you and tear you down. It doesn't say why they keep doing it, other than the value system of the law and everything else that they stand for in regards to their mind about who they are, in regards to how they deal with things and their policies and their negative karma and value systems they have to support their mental health. But it always shows that you guys have to warn yourself that you've got to pick up your mind and teeth back your energy or still back your energy. It says sometimes you've got to take back what's yours and not allow people to take advantage of you. Because many times over, someone or something has been trying to teeth from you or take from you, steal from you, and take from your energy or take from your mind and take your dignity. And it doesn't say it's easy, but the warning signs are coming out again. If you don't see this by October, it says someone wants to steal from you again in regards to your mind. And if you're not careful, it does say a mother or family member could also be doing this too. And many times over, siblings have something to do with it. It doesn't say it's always easy, but you have to think, why are these people stealing from your mind? And maybe even when you don't want to teeth everything from me, it says, I will steal from you again. So someone's trying to steal from you, whether this is physical stealing, like, because it could be very much physical. We do have the Six of Wands here with someone trying to conquer you, Scorpio, and someone trying to have a victory. And we do have the Emperor, where someone is trying to control this. We have the Temperance, where someone is trying to orchestrate this. And there's a lot of information coming in with the eight of Eight of Wands and the Ten of Wands, where someone is burdened or even, you know, overly dishing out information, or information is just going back and forth. Okay, and there is clarity here with the Ace of Swords, and Judgment is here also, as well as the Pisces energy, which is the High Priestess. Okay, so I do see that someone could be trying to challenge you more than necessary. And it does say someone keeps bullying you on top of it too. So they're trying to stick up for the person, which is also not helping the situation. Because the more you talk about the person that's been trying to bully you or take you down or take more mind games from you, like playing along with you, trying to play with you, but also masking themselves and showing that they are sliding their hands and not being able to show who they are often trying to play with you. And make no mistake, they get everybody else to try and play with you as well. These members are targeting you for forces beyond your control. You will not see any way past it until June next year, or possibly in May. And it does say even in October, when you try to get any justice, you'll see that your backlash is also going to be possible. You may receive backlash or even deal with it in a way that you've got it again, because you can't keep quiet until June. And it does say October time is going to show you that you may need time to take the time out. So study that from now, taking the time out, not to speak to anyone, allowing anyone that's dealing with problems so deep and so far in their mind to probably give you bad mood is going to give you more additional support to help you with bad mood again. It does say it's going to be easier said than done to try and end the situation, because you're going to try and move past it, but you may never see a good way out. You have to allow the situation to unfold with judgment that's coming in June. It also says it's going to be time for you to see people pissed off and allow for you to see no one is going to trouble you again if you keep quiet. They're all going to work on their deceptive attributes and try to target each other with bad news. Warning signs will come to you that you are going to be evicted, or maybe even see that you're not going to be evicted. For some of you guys that are selling your property, you may want to know that your tenancy agreement is going to be easier to get than selling a property. It does say some of you guys are dealing with tenancy issues or even a burden with the law. And it doesn't say it's easy, but a lot of you are going under because of credit cards, and mostly this, or maybe even people that are going through things of credit. It does say a lot of you are dealing with credit problems, credit card scammers, even fraudsters, or maybe even feeling like you could be doing this through the people that are helping you to get credit under the circumstances that you are broke, or you're not handling your money so well, or the timing is not right. Ideally, it doesn't say why it's going to help you get past the situation more than usual, mostly because you may not have spent time to look forward to better news in the previous years or the past years, as time has gone forward with many options of trying to guilt trip you and bring you down. It does say sometimes legal systems could come about and help you move past the situation, but the problem is that people are going to communicate this and try to trouble you in your mindset about whose side you're on and whose perspective it is, and how to deal with you in a way that you don't have any leg to stand on. You've got karma coming with many of them, but you have to warn yourself not to speak about it and lie if you have to. Make sure you lie if you have to. It says this year is going to be a time to lie if you have to. Do yourself a favor and lie if you have to, Scorpio. Wow. There's a lot going on for you guys. There's of a lot of karma, a lot of negative energy here. It does say that you've got to build bridges in your mind to take care of strife, like you may have strife. And it does say sometimes you've got to understand why strife is not always going to help you forward, or even bring you back to the same place that you've been in. It says you've got to build a bridge and try to cry if you need to let it go sometimes. You have guilty consciences inside you at times in the way that they see things, but it's not always going to be easy to see that you are guilty, because you may not be guilty. At times you may just have to have time to time your situation better with your mind, your money, or even friends, family members, or maybe even personal laws and things that you need to see that are going to subject you to problems over time. It says no one's going to help you other than that. Everyone's going to try and bring you down again, but it doesn't say why you're going to go through this more than this. It does say you have to see if you're going to have better news with me, because at times I have to help you with this, and I'm not going to always give it to you, but I will. So sometimes you're going to get better news with, certain individuals that have to help you and not just give you constant negative energy all the time, because it's not going to help to solve the situations, basically. So they've got to help in some ways. It's not always going to work in your favor, unfortunately. So some things might do, but a lot of the time this year, up until next year, it's not going to work out that great for you guys, unfortunately. But it does say you can communicate how to manage yourself, your emotions, and how you can simply be you in a way that you guard yourself, protect yourself, and look out for your mind. It does say you don't know how to steal at times. Sometimes you do, but sometimes you don't. So you have to steal the attention from others, or maybe even take advantage of them, and maybe even steal back your mindset, and maybe even take advantage of them again because they're liberty taking on you. It does say your soul is pure as gold, Scorpio. At times you want to simply be kind to people, or nice, or negative when you feel like you're really in a rut. But at times you need to really show that you're saying no and let the situation unfold, and allow them to see if they're stealing, taking, or taking communication in ways that could bring you further down, or maybe even punish your mind again to say, I'm bringing myself out of the problem. And it does say that you could communicate this and harm yourself. So just be careful. So you definitely have to be careful at what you're going through right now. Some of you guys, especially that are going through, deeper situations and some. It says, I know I've got to help you with whatever it is you want. Your taxes need to be paid. So some of you guys may need to pay your taxes. Your taxes are due to be paid. I know I've got to support you with your money. Your bills need to be paid. So some of you got a lot of bills that need to be paid, maybe even accumulating debts. It does say some of you guys are dealing with laws and attacks and a scrutiny. And some of you guys are parents and trying to build a bridge with your family. Some of you guys, are trying to build bridges with your family members, not trying to drop the ball when it comes to, making sure things work out in a better way with your family. It says, I know I want to come and see you, but I've got so much going on. It does say some of you guys are dealing with family members that don't know how to communicate with you at this time because they've got so much going on. But it also says someone here doesn't want to speak to you and keeps laughing and making fun of you and targeting you and being justified in their head for being down, how they need to be down, and they need to show you they're down, and they need to trust that you will help them feel the same way that they already feel, which is down, depressed, sad, lonely, or even, mindfully speaking, mentally ill, because some of them are really targeted in their mind for bad news, mental health, and being very, very mad at you. And it doesn't say why they communicate this, but they keep going forward and wanting to work on the same problem with you feeling like you're dragged into it, or even burying your head in the sand. You keep trying to hide from them and they keep calling you back into the same problem. They are dealing with you like problems in their mind could never end, and keep trying to target you for revenge and harmfully showing you that they keep harming you and don't know how to stop, which is defended in the minds of others at this time through people they could see that are going through the similar situations as them, or even because they have to deal with laws and maybe even trust that they have to deal with things that they can't understand, they have to deal with in a way that it is going to be the same way. Like they have to understand they have to stay in this position until otherwise, until the universe changes, laws change, or many times over, missing the time in their mind to speak about things because they need to communicate things that they can't communicate because their loyalty is stanced in their mind for other things and not with you and the way you think. So not your perspective, not the way you think. It could be because they know that they have things in their mind that are, morally speaking, trying to tune in to what you're saying, but not really understanding you because their moral high ground is more perfect than yours. And it does say they want to know that they feel like their morals are bloody better than yours. And even when they can't gain any more time to see that your morals are very, very good, they just stick to their own morals and say that they can't do anything about it. So their moral high ground is very, very stuck in the mindset that it is in, and doesn't want to shift, move, or budge from the way they think and feel about the situations that they're meant to help you with and can't help you with because they're stuck in the mindset of theirs, which is very negative, and can't move past it at this time. It's very, very mad right now. It does say that you have to see plans of your own being dealt with in a bad way. They won't get off the ground at times with things that you're trying to really push forward to be negative away from you. Like you wouldn't want to know that you're involved with problems and people's problems, or maybe even solving problems that don't have good news and trying to get away with them, and not seeing that giving time to your mind is going to be easy because you've got problems that you need to get away from with people setting traps for you to be in more problems. Wow, Scorpio, it's a lot. It does say your perspective is very given in a gifts way. Doesn't say it is bad. So you honor yourself very much, and you have to lie about things sometimes and give yourself that, because I've told you we are now trying to warn you we're all going to lie to get what we want, and no one is going to help each other is what the outcome is. It says you've got to lie to get what you want, but everyone's doing the same thing. And it doesn't say the outcome is going to be brilliant. It just says justice is going to be given in lies this year, because many times over people are passing on that everything has to be justified in a problem with lies. Access to kindness is not easy. It says people giving kindness just for free It's never going to be easy. And it doesn't say why, other than we are doomed and we are attacked and warned that we need to move on from the powers of evil. It does say set in stone is evil, and satanic pressures are there to put problems on people worse than before. And it doesn't say it gets easier than this. Even in the new year, it doesn't get easier. The next 2 years, it will get worse if we don't try to move a shift away from this. So it's like people are not even woke right now with a way to come out of the problem. And it does say many times over there is people that are, but the power of the shift is going to bring us down so much that God himself doesn't know how to speak to people's bad news other than punish people because of Satan's wrath. And it does say many times over, if you are gifted, you can see this stuff in the loyalty of your mind and when you play along with people's energy and how they shift and move. But if you don't, then you know that tarot is going to help you, or some other means is going to help you, like astrologers seeing things, or maybe even people seeing people for who they are and what they're going through. It does say a lot of you are dealing with contact lenses, or maybe even things that you want to solve in your mind about things that you know that you need to see inside yourself. It does say you could be looking inside yourself in regards to how you can plan things and solve things and stay away from problem solving. So some of you guys have got appointments and stuff like that. I can see some of you guys getting examinations and all kinds of different things going on as well. Taking care of your health as well is important. It does say that you do have nice things going for yourself a lot of the time, and you're taking care of your mind, which is beneficial for you right now. You could even be paying off your bills slowly and taking karma away from your head very slowly and steadily, but at the same time trying to build up what it is that you need so you don't feel flat out when you know you've given all to the people that you need to pay back or give back to, or maybe even solve problems away from karma, where you don't get karma after you've dealt with problems that you had in the past, and trying to solve them now is going to help. But still saving a little portion of what it is that you need for yourself is gifts to yourself to say, I am steady, I'm stable, and I'm well, and I'm happy, and I'm going to be good after I've come out of this problem. Okay, so you guys are going to be making sure that you are good when you come out of certain problems. So it's like almost like a balancing act right now that you lot are doing, trying to give a little bit in this area and give a little bit back to yourself in this area, you know, like a give and take type of energy, but in a way where you're giving to yourself because you're not getting the support. So you need to, you know, you've got plans in place to support yourself, you know, for goals of the future, for things that you are supporting yourself for the near future. And you've also found a way to help yourself come out of a burden. Okay, even if it's just gradually. All right. And it doesn't say mind games are always going to be played like this. So you have to give yourself a lot of time to remember that things are going to get better and not worse. So study things that are going to get better and not worse, it says. So wonderful things can come to you when you study more about things that are going to get better and not worse. You can do this through astrology. You can do this through tarot readings. You know, you can look into, you know, spiritual energy. You know, meditate on it. You know, just ask for guidance from people that actually know certain things as well, you know, that are going to bring you closer and closer to better results, but in a way where you probably need to, you know, figure out what are the pros and what are the cons, what are the risks of a situation, and try to stir yourself away from those things, Scorpio. It doesn't say bad news is coming though, because you've got cornered in your mind. And someone said this as well. At times you may have been cornered by people. People were trying to bully you and attack you and corner you and make fun of you. I know this because I was one of them, it says. This mean man here, he does know that he's a Gemini, but he could be an earth sign. He could also be an Aries, and he could be someone that's not really targeting you that much. It does say some of you guys are dealing with me. I'm Gemini, and I know that I'm dealing with you too. I'm Gemini also, so there could be two Geminis here, or more than one or two. I know that I had plans to take you down, but I'm not going to take you down if you tell me that I'm not going to be used for your problems. It does say someone wants to use you more and more for the problems that they're facing, and they don't want to know that you're going to stop picking on them, but they also know that they're not going to use any evidence you have, like liabilities, in regards to cameras anymore for your evidence. And it does say some of you guys need cameras for your evidence, but some of you guys don't need cameras for your evidence, because you're going to be under attack in your mind if you ever use cameras again in your mind for things that you've wanted to use them for and may not have been able to use them for. And it does say some of you guys are dealing with things that you don't know how to communicate. So you may not want to know that your cameras are capturing things that you shouldn't be capturing, or getting involved with things that you shouldn't be getting involved with. And it does say that brilliant ideas can move past the ignorance with people that need you to support things in areas that will involve these things, because you will need these cameras one day to support you, but under the scrutiny and attack of some people that don't want you to use them. So you will have to go through loyalties of who's who to solve who and what are going to challenge you with things that you may provide as evidence, or maybe even media, like social media or social settings, or maybe areas of your life that you can't have bad moods. So studying something is going to be easier said than done, because warning signs are there for you to communicate why you're not going to have good news. And all this time, someone says, I could trouble you and take away your family. I know this. And it doesn't say why this person even wants to take away your family. It does say personally, this person wants to kick you down and tell you bad things and harm you. But this person may not want to come back again. This person says, I know I could trouble you and your family, but I realize if I do this, I'm going to calm myself down and breathe. Because if karma comes back to me in a way that I know my family is taken, I'm going to have a headache. It does say wonderful things can happen when you think about that. Because if you're warning yourself that someone's family has to be taken, because your trial and error is to karmically give them passionate bad news in the mindset that you have, it's going to be negative. So this could be someone that's been wanting to try and take you out, like take take you out of your mind, Scorpio, by trying to harm you and harm your family, or even get your family taken away from you, because of passionate ideas that they have, in regards to setting traps against you. This could, I mean, it could be some of you guys that are thinking this way, but I definitely see that someone else is trying to do this to you. I do see a family set in stone is not going to be supported in a bad way, because people are there with kids that have fathers, mothers, and children that are going to panic. But it does say someone here is dealing with their mental health, because they know that they could have their families taken away, and they're going to have a lot of sex and a lot of love making, it says. But they're also knowing that they're going to steal each other's attention and try to wind down in their mind that they have to steal from family members outside of theirs. So it could be two, it could be a couple that are trying to, you know, um, get to someone's family. And I see money coming in for some of you guys as well. I keep seeing this often as well. I see a lot of money coming in. It does say someone here wants to give you a lot of sex and a lot of money, and they do want to take you out and they want to offer you a time of your life. So that's it, my lovelies. So it doesn't say much about this love relationship situation going on, because someone here is going to bring down their mind to steal the mindset of yours and play along with you being punished. Yeah, I'm seeing that someone's trying to set you up. It's like you've gone to them for support and they've now backfired it on you. Like they want to turn around and harm you with the same treatment that you've asked to help, to get help with, to deal with someone that's been negative to you. They're turning it back around on you. Okay, but I do see someone loves you and wants to take you out for dinner or lunch, and someone wants to take you out for marriage in your mind. Like they want you to believe you're going to get this, but only in a year or two. So it's going to be from now. They speak to you, but they're wondering if they like you enough to stay around, and they really want to build bridges with you, but they can't if they don't communicate good news first and probably give you better news. So it does say you'll begin to see sexes coming in and love making skills are going to be there. But you have to remember, Scorpios, you're going to be very, very good to yourself after a while in the mind of your own when you're troubled again by other people's burdens. It says shield yourself. At times you need to protect yourself. And even if you need some love, take it from your partner or the ideal person you want to be with. Shield yourself and give yourself great news. Love yourself even. And it doesn't say bad news is coming. It says, warn yourself, we all go under attack for a little while longer until bad news subsides. It won't stay and it won't come to you. It doesn't say much about retrograde, but it's on its way and it will be known by the future what's going to happen. It just says you need to protect yourself. So move on and stop studying people that have been studying you for bad news. Let them breathe. Let us all breathe. And we're all going to be better after we've come out of this decision to make in the mind of your own and theirs. They're going to deal with it on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. So it says they're going to order you to take away your mind about the situation with regards to how you see the situation, how you feel about your loyalty to your mind, and how you see your mind saying that you can't do something they asked for. They want to warn themselves, though, that you're not going to keep communicating this. So you've got to be bad or lie, or maybe even tell yourself you're not going to communicate the things that they want. It doesn't say that you're going to communicate them, but you can be ordered to take them down. And it does say bad news is coming to you on Wednesday if you can't communicate the things that you want, because it's also going to be bad news for you to keep looking forward to getting away with the things that you want. And all this time you felt like you were going to have good news. It says you don't know how to have good news, in my opinion. I realize I'm going to challenge you. But all this time, this female said she's not challenging you if she feels like she has to be the only one. So she feels like she's not going to challenge you. She's going to be the only one. She also believes you're not going to have good news overall in your mind. She laughs at you, makes fun of you, and she says, I steal from you. I steal from you. I make you laugh. I steal from you. I make you laugh. And then I wonder why I'm not stealing from you on Tuesday, because I can't. I can't steal from you on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, or maybe even Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. I've been told not to talk to you. And I'm realizing this now, that I'm not allowed to talk to you, so I can't tell you what to do. You have to deal with police or whoever comes to you to speak about the problems that I want to speak about. Through them, they will say to you that you're going to be targeted for mind games. And it doesn't say that you're always going to have good news in your mind with them. They will tell you to take down your cameras or maybe even help you with your mindset if you feel like you don't want to give up on something that you've been ordered to do by the authority figures of the police or maybe even other people that you've told yourself you're not going to give more time to the situation. It does say they will end the situation for you. And even if this woman says she doesn't understand who's coming, it doesn't say anybody's coming to tell you off. Whether you like it or not, people are going to allow you to keep up your cameras and allow you to have whatever you want in your life to protect you. You have to have these things to protect you. I will not order you to go down with anybody because they don't want to listen to me. I will let them listen to themselves, but they can't listen to you in your mind. So they have to target you for arrest in their brain, or maybe even come out and arrest you themselves. It says people are going to make you feel threatened and scared, Scorpio, but at times they're not going to take away anything from you because they know they're not allowed to pick on you. And even if they try to pick on you, they're still not allowed to pick on you. So the warning signs are there for someone to come out and give good karma to someone, but the warning signs is also there for the woman with the husband to move on. And that's your reading, Scorpio. I'll speak to you next time.